I spent the last 7 months or so in Chad doing humanitarian aid work, mostly in refugee camps for Darfur refugees, people who'd fled the Janjaweed from the western edge of the Darfur into Chad in 2003, 2004. And most of them have been living in Chad for 4 or 5 years now. This very unnatural, confined life causes huge levels of domestic violence, and it causes huge levels of depression and dysfunction.
I worked with 9 Sudanese refugee women who were counselors. One of the counselors spoke out quite forcefully against the hardships that women face while in the refugee environment.
It's incredibly dangerous to speak out against the Sudanese community or against Sudanese men or against the societal strictures that they live under. For speaking out, a Muslim woman in a refugee camp could be simply killed.
قبل أيام كان هنا عندنا مشكلة في المعسكر حصل لنا بدكنا البنات دك من دقوم ده هنا وجعنا بالليل وفكرنا وكتبنا فوق للمكتوب.
There was a group of 7 women who were Sudanese refugees who had been charged with prostitution.
These were girls from 13 to 30 years old. The men in the camp decided to make an example to restore morality. And one night when they were back from the town, they rounded them all up and they bound them. And dozens of men took shifts beating them with whips and sticks. This was very public. The whole camp heard this. And the next morning when we came into the camp, our refugee staff came to us and said there was torture in the camp last night. Women were tortured.
We heard about mothers who would listen to the screams of their daughters being tortured throughout the night.
How do you beat a 13-year-old girl to within an inch of her life with clubs and whips? It's just almost beyond comprehension.
مثل المكتوب كان جلنا أديل ده أننا كل نرتاحوا والشباب القايم كل يعني يلقوا فوزاته بعرفه حرية.
What they produced was something called the Farchana Manifesto. It was the voice of the women. It was only the women who produced it.
It does not seem likely that they're going to be able to return to their homes anytime soon. It certainly doesn't seem likely that they're going to be integrated into the Chadian population and allowed to farm or to work or to have full citizenship rights within that country. They're in this provisional life with no hope in it.
كيف عايشين في بلادكم وكيف متقاعدين عايشين ده بس تقريبا الحرية بالكامل انت ذاتك يعني تفكروا لنا معنا كلام احنا قاعدين تعبانين نشوفوا لنا حلول من الاتجاه هذا.
She's not asking for us to intervene and change the way Sudanese society works.
مثل لما حط هناك في السودان ده هم يعني هم كلهم مرتاحين لكن وعندما الحرية لكن هنا في المعسكر وفي المعسكرات ده هنا ما عندنا حرية خاصة في معسكر فرشانة.
What she's asking for is for the consequences of being in the refugee camp to not destroy the freedoms that the women had.
الناس اللي جابونا هنا ده يعني دور كيف يفتش لنا الحرية بالكامل كده يعني هنا في معسكر فرشانة ده عشان اللاعبين كلها دور مرتاحة.